All right, welcome everybody. And we are live today. Not really sure what I'm going to talk about, but I'm now live on YouTube. There we go. The link. I'm doing my customary copy paste time waster here. Here we go. All right, what's up, viewer? If you have any questions, please drop it like it's hot. Drop the questions in there. Drop the questions. Be putting this in here. I'm now live on YouTube. All right. Anybody got any questions? Drop them in the chat for me. Drop them in the chat, please. Join for some Q&A or just to talk. All right. Well, I'm gonna get into a little probably maybe. Sorry, I'm almost done posting these. Link. Join my live. Okay. Whoa, dude. Haha, totally, dude. All right. Anybody got any questions? Please ask questions in the chat. I'm just posting this here. Join now live on YouTube. Facebook don't like when I post YouTube stuff on there. Facebook really doesn't like anybody, to be honest, unless you're Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, if anybody wants to drop some questions in the chat, that would be super cool. And you can ask me any questions that you got in the chat over there. So I'll answer any questions you have about Final Expense, sales, agency scaling, fitness, life. How do I stay positive all the time? How do I stay excited? Share with you, share things that work about you. And it's not all about that. Trust me, this business sucks sometimes. Like, it's annoying. It gets easier though. Okay. So you just got to push till you get to a point where, like, you can't fail. So, like, you're going to get to a point in your career when you hit a bandwidth when you can't fail. And you'll hit that stride, you'll hit that momentum. It may take a while for you to get there. I think mine took a little extra time to get, like 3 years, because I went into just it growing an agency right away, right? But yeah, you just got to push. You just got to keep writing business. You got to practice. You got to get better and better and better. Where can I get telesales training? You can get here. You can get it here. You can get telesales training right here. All right, $7 beats. Yeah. So for final expense, you can reach out to me if you want. I'll put my email in the chat. You can ask me any questions if you want here, but you can also I can, like, so I have a course. I don't really. I can sell you like access to it. I have some live trainings that I have access to that you can purchase with me. But I would always pay for training, right? I used to do some stuff for free. I don't anymore because people didn't use it. So, like, it's so funny because I've had people pay for training with me in group settings, and everyone's there with a pencil taking notes and everything else. But it's when someone pays, even just a little bit, right? It's skin in the game. So that's why, like, I was giving my script away for free, and now I'm charging a couple dollars for it. It's like $40. It's nothing. Do I need the money? No. But I got it from Grant Cardone because he was like, dude, he's like, he doesn't have to sell his courses, right? Like, he doesn't have to sell his training course. He makes millions a month from his apartment units, his real estate. But he's like, the only reason I still charge is because if I didn't charge, people wouldn't use it. And it's so true because I give access to courses to my agents for free that I pay thousands of dollars a year for. No one uses it. Not no one, but barely anybody uses them. So I still use them because I pay for them. So sometimes when you pay for things, there's more value to it. Agency's going good. What's up, Peter? It's good. Good. We're averaging 200,000 a week. We're just going to keep growing from there, adding leaders, adding agents, scaling, training, and helping people make money and close sales. So yeah, Peter's right here. What's up, Peter? Oh, $7 beats. He's like, that man's the goat. Um, yeah. That's cool. All right. Yeah, no, everything's good, Peter. Just chilling, man. Figured I would have this little live right here. How about you, man? I see you crushing it, dude. So I think that's big. That's huge. You guys, no, man. Peter's just being. Man, I learned so much from Peter. He's just being humble over there. Peter's a beast. I learned stuff from every one of your videos, man. But thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. But you're doing your thing, dude. You're doing what I wasn't able to do. So there you go, $7 beats. Yeah. So hey, agency's going good. Thank you. You like me better than Cody. Cody's a good dude. Janae, you asked how long after you get licensed can you get starting? It's pretty easy. Once you get licensed, you have to get your national producer number, and then you can start contracting. Typically with carriers, I don't know how long it takes other IMOs. It takes us like 24 hours usually to get writing numbers once someone starts their paperwork. When I get more hours in my day, I want to join Peter's team. He demands 10 hours a day. Yeah, I do too. That's what we. You are a holy beast, Peter, according to $7 beat. So that's pretty impressive. A holy beast. That's cool. As soon as your background check's done, you're gonna take the test. Good stuff. As soon as your background check's done, you guys can ask me like anything too. Ask me about like, okay, Johnny, what's up, Johnny? You can ask me about like Johnny just asked me questions about leads. You can ask me questions about like anything different IMOs out there, and I'll be perfectly honest, right? You can ask me questions about our system here. You can ask me questions about like how do you structure your day. You can ask me what I do. You can ask me exactly what. No one ever asks me what I do. I don't get it. Everyone's like, how do I sell insurance? No one's like, how do you do what you do? But and that's okay. Whatever. Less competition for me, I guess. I don't know. I think the industry is big enough to for everybody can eat. But yeah, YouTube versus Facebook. Man, $7 beats. You're like you're the you get like watching everybody. That's cool. Um, yeah, Johnny. YouTube versus Facebook leads. I think YouTube's higher intent because they got to watch a video. So like Facebook, they can watch a video on Facebook, but they're forced to watch it in YouTube, right? And like they're engaged because like Facebook people are just scrolling through whatever, right? It's like dopamine, 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 right? That's like what they're stopping at. YouTube, they are watching something that they clicked and chose and searched to watch. So they're very engaged. They're already paying attention. Like you can't like absent-mindedly watch YouTube, but you can absent-mindedly scroll through Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, right? YouTube, it's hard, and you have to watch the video. You can't just skip through it all the time. So, also, I found more YouTube leads tend to have iPhones. So, like in general, unless you filter, like you can search to have it on, or choose to have your Facebook ads advertised towards people with iPhones. I don't know. I found YouTube leads tend to be a better lead personally. YouTube's challenging though. So like you gotta YouTube, it's gonna cost you more money at first, right? So Facebook will give you cheap leads right away. YouTube, you may start it and be like, oh my gosh, my leads are $35 each, and then it'll start to work its way down because so many more people are on YouTube than are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? YouTube's like the god of social media, so or like broadcast or whatever online streaming. So a lot more people use it. And also with YouTube, you have Google's audience networks, and way more people use Google and YouTube than probably maybe everything else combined, right? So it has a bigger audience. It has to learn the audience, and then it will get you cheaper leads over time. But yeah, YouTube, try it out. But what I was saying about the iPhone thing, if you call someone they don't answer, send them a text message from your iPhone if you have one. If it comes up blue, try to sell it over text, or try to FaceTime them. Like just try to FaceTime them. That's what I would do. I want to work on Peter's team so as well. $7 beats. Awesome. Been selling since 2014, but face to face trying to get telesales training. Yeah. You can just reach out to me. I mean, if you have a face to face thing, if you got face to face like experience, you can just translate your process to the phone. Like that's what I did when I started. I was like, okay, I bought a course from Grant Cardone. I learned how to write a sales script, and then I just implemented the parts of the sales process, and I put in what I had already been good at for my own presentations into that process, and then I just did it on the phone, and it worked real well for me. Anybody else have any questions about lead sales? There's certain objections you're running into you can't handle. Maybe they say, I already have insurance. How do you handle someone who has existing insurance? Maybe you're getting people who tell you that they have to think about it. Maybe people are telling you they have to talk to their spouse or talk to their kids. Maybe you're getting people who they have a policy and you can't find a need, or maybe you get someone who is, hey, I'm in a rush or I'm busy. So drop any questions that you guys have here about anything you're running into in your sales process or anything that you want me to cover. It can be about leads, it can be about really anything at all. I'm here to help. Where do we go for CE credits for my insurance license? Oh, I'll give you a link for that. I'll post it in the chat. This is like my favorite company to use CE. Yeah, here we go. So here, this is my buddy owns this company, and that's it. So those are so those are my promo codes. So you get 24 live webinar, 24 credits, $210, no code needed, adds 24 credits. So if you just want to try a webinar, you can use I don't make any money on this. This is just to help people get their continuing education done. You can just click that link. But if you don't mind, within your first year, what was the highest you made off selling insurance? Yeah, 1 second. So yeah, use that link for CEs. That'll be huge. Also, I'll just do this just for the heck of it. If anybody, like I said, I used to give my script away for free. I'm trying out if selling it, because I feel like giving it away for free. Like I don't need the $40 that I charged for it, right? But like I don't know if it's really important. Like if you're that committed to change your career and change your life, you'll invest $40. And like I spent a ton of time and money on those things, and if I didn't spend money on the sales courses that I took, I probably wouldn't have took them as seriously. So I don't know. I'm just trying selling it. It's $39. Maybe no one will buy it. Like I said, I don't need the money. I'm just trying to see who is the most committed, because when I started, I did not have the money, but I invested in sales training courses. I spent like $5,000 or $6,000 on a credit card to learn how to do it. So I'm seeing, hey, maybe there's people like me out there who will invest that I want to bring onto my team, because I know that they're about that life and they're committed to their own success and they put their money where their mouth is. So there's another one. You can learn access our rebuttals page. So rebuttals page to learn how to handle every single objection that you're going to run into in Final Expense Telesales. Just go to rebuttalspage.com right there. How do you go about taking oh yeah, how much did I make my first year? I didn't make anything my first year. I was like negative my first year. I didn't know what I was doing. I was at New York Life. They didn't believe in leads. I sold a few policies, but like I was not ready for the effort level. I sold cars, which is like you sit there in the dealership, you call people, you wait for people to come to you. I didn't know what prospecting really was, right? I thought prospecting was, oh, I'm going to call leads that the dealership has. No. True prospecting, like New York Life does it, is you are out there in the field, like pounding the pavement, knocking on businesses' doors, getting leads. So that's what I did when I started. I probably made like 25 grand my first year. My second year I started in Final Expense. I actually lost money my second year. I spent more money than I made. I was in debt. $60,000 in credit card debt, I think, and I had like $60,000 or $70,000 in chargebacks, and it was way more than I made. And that was after already paying off a ton, and that was like I was negative 100 grand my first year building, starting out and doing everything after chargebacks and all this stuff, and investing and learning and making mistakes. And then my second year, I made I think like 100,000. Third year, I made think 360,000. This year I'll make well over 750, 800,000 this year. So it just keeps growing. You just, but I reinvested constantly for 4 years. Like you have to be persistent for years. Like you can't give up. Like that's why when I read these books now about success that like mega successful people wrote, it gives me chills because I'm like, yo, I can be just like you, dude. Like I, I'm not scared to reinvest. I'm about to probably drop $70,000 or $80,000 on an Airbnb rental, so I can write it off because I'm moving to Puerto Rico. How do you go about asking pre-qualifying questions during your presentation? Like, how early do you ask? How do you build a rapport first? So yeah. I'm good, Dre. What's up, brother? So what I do, pre-qualifying questions. Like, can you give me an example? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, you mean like if they're interested? I think rapport. Um, no, obviously not my own pen. 800K with my downline. Like I make 800,000, but it's not just my overrides. Like there's a bunch of other stuff I do that's parallel to the business, right? So it's like all my income sources together, like that have to do with insurance. I everything's insurance related, so everything together, like that's what it is. But those opportunities come up from pushing all day and being obsessed with your goals. Like the universe has a way of putting things in your path that allow you to be successful and help you grow when you push to be successful and you become obsessed with your goals. So yeah, um, I wasn't sure what you meant by that, Dre, but pre-qualifying questions. You can ask them what they wanted the insurance for, what it was going to cover, and then you can get into asking like questions that'll help you uncover like, hey, what type of situation actually would their family be in if they don't have insurance. I don't ask those right away. I wait a little bit. I'm a fan of getting right into the relationship building like pretty quickly. I'll ask them some basic questions about their information. Can they make decisions on their own? I usually ask that one pretty quick. Who's their beneficiary? I establish the beneficiary pretty quick. I establish if they have any existing insurance pretty quickly. And then I get into my rapport building process. After the rapport building process, takes like 5-10 minutes. It's just like small talk. The rapport is built in two ways. Some people disagree that that's what rapport is. I think that's what rapport is. If I have high rapport with a friend, they're not solving my problems. I have a good relationship with them, but you also build a rapport in sales through solving someone's problem, right? So like that next part after you build that rapport to get them to like you, because it's very important that they like you. I get into asking them questions like, hey, so what do you have in place right now to take care of your final arrangements? What type of situation would your family be in if you pass without this? uh, what would they do for money when the funeral director asks them for the money for this? And are they okay with not having anything in place? How would it feel for them to be able to change their situation and actually have something in place? Do they feel like a final expense program would be the solution to that problem that they have? And then yeah, then you just so those types of things I implement later on. Yeah, do they have a need, want? So this is the thing. I get agents all the time who are like, oh, I can't, like, oh, they can't tell me why they want it. Now, you got to understand this. It's our response. You can never, I never consider a lead as not wanting, not needing the product. That's just how I am. I'm unreasonable. I'm extremely unreasonable. So like I think that if someone like I'm always looking for reasons why they should buy it, okay? And you don't want to make statements. You want to turn statements into questions if you can. But like we are salespeople, so we have to pull those reasons out why they need it. And sometimes they can't tell you why they need it. And sometimes they really don't need it and they don't care, but I'll never admit that to myself because then I'll look at other like once I start to convince myself one person doesn't need it or they didn't want it, da, 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 I'll start to convince myself that everybody does. So that's just how my brain works. So I just try to say no, they need it, they need it, they need it, and I just try to look for a million different ways, think of out of the box why they need it, and that may help you. Do you require any experience? No, you don't need any experience to work with me. I prefer people a lot of times who don't have any experience, or they're experienced but they're open-minded. Like if I have someone who comes to me and they're like, "Hey, I want to work in your system. I know you guys give unlimited leads and 50% commission plus bonuses. I know that, like I know the setup, but I'm going to use my own script or I'm going to use a different script or something else." I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I get it. I know you're comfortable with what you're using and what you have." But also consider that whatever you've been doing for the last X amount of days, months, weeks, or years, has left you in a situation where you're pursuing other opportunities. So why don't you come in here a little open-minded to what we do, and I'll be open-minded to what you do and what you know. And yeah, but I don't require any experience. I primarily recruit people who don't have their licenses yet. Moving to Puerto Rico, yeah, I'm only telesales, no face-to-face. So moving to Puerto Rico, I'm going to run my whole team from Puerto Rico. It's going to be cool. I'm excited. Are you going to do live in Puerto Rico? Yeah. Um, Oh, I thought you meant, am I going to go YouTube live in Puerto Rico? Yeah, I'm going to live in Puerto Rico probably full time. And yes, for the tax benefits, for sure, 100%. What's the best dialing software? I heard leading software is not the good choice. I don't know. We use VanillaSoft. VanillaSoft is really good. Um, VanillaSoft's great. It's a good. It's super simple. It's easy to use, right? Like Vanilla Soft. It's very vanilla. I love the mindset because that's my biggest struggle. When I hear people tell me reasons to get off the phone, why they don't really need it, I'll let them off the hook. Yeah. So that's the thing. So I always think of my sales manager when I sold cars. She used to say, some sales required. You are a salesman. There's some sales required. So I've thought of like really cool reasons why people would need it. Like just from pushing and being unreasonable. And like I'll come up with like 10, like 100 and they'll be super cheesy. And I'm like, oh, they're never going to buy from that. But then there'll be that one where I'm like, dang, that's like a good reason why someone would buy it. So like, for example, if someone says that they have money saved, they got a bunch of money put away. Okay, well, I did some research. The average person spends $30,000 in out-of-pocket expenses before they die in medical costs, out-of-pocket medical expenses, and there's a huge chance they're going to go to long-term care and all that money is going to be gone until they have less than $1,500 to their name because that's when Medicaid kicks in. So they literally have to spend all their money, and then at that point they got nothing left. So unless they're like rich, like one time I had a woman that I was talking to and I was like, okay, well, for that to make sense, I explained the whole thing with long-term care and everything. I'm like, you'd have to have like millions of dollars saved. Like, are you in that situation? She's like, yeah, I am. So that was like the one where I was like, okay, well, you got millions of dollars saved. Like, I'm not gonna sell her a $20,000 final expense policy. You know what I mean? But like 90% of our clients won't have that. And then a lot of times too, like you guys are gonna go if you get not interested in the quotes too. A lot of times you're just not quoting high enough. Or if people say I can't afford it, I'm telling you, like quote higher. Quote higher. You're gonna get people who say not interested. The not interested and can't afford it. A lot of time that means it's not worth it to me. So like if someone offered me $5,000 in life insurance, I wouldn't want it. Like no. But if someone offered me $5 million in life insurance, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Now we're talking, right? So like you got to make sure that you are not. I would always quote people high. That's a huge thing. You can literally double your income by just quoting the max every time and slowly working your way down. Keep the questions coming, guys. This is awesome. Um, yeah. Just push. Tomorrow morning, I have an appointment face to face with a woman who wants mortgage protection and three whole life for her kids. Face to face. Wish me luck. You got this. She won Powerball in 2019. Wow, that's cool. Good for her. Sweet. Anybody got any more questions about leads, marketing, how to run ads? Also, if anybody needs someone to set up Facebook ads, um, then just let me know. How many calls do you make per day? I recommend our agents call 200 people a day. So I recommend agents make 200 people a day, or call 200 people a day. That's our recommendation. So we got so many leads. We have like I think almost like a million leads in our CRM or something, which is like insane. But yeah. Do we sell Etna Ascendo? I think we have a version of Etna Ascendo. Um, Let me check it out. I think Etna Ascendo. Let me see if I can get a PDF. Um, is does Etna Ascendo take COPD immediate benefit, but just a higher rate? Let me see. Oh, yeah, this is it. I'm looking at the Ascendo app. I think we may sell it, but maybe white labeled through American Home Life, called something else. Yep, cool. So, wait. Yeah, okay, cool. So, yeah, that's a great plan. I love Etna's Ascendo plan. We use that for COPD. We use American Home Life Patriot, though. So, Etna Ascendo and AHL Patriot. So, American Home Life Patriot product. It's the same thing as Etna Ascendo. We sell it through that company. We sell that all the time. We love that program. They've got great rates. Um, do you have any tips on getting more talk time? I feel like I'm making the dial quota, but I barely got any talk time. Dre, do you work on my team, or are you with SLS? Um, so I just see Dre FX, so I don't know. I don't know who that is. If that's if you're one of my agents or not. But more talk time. So talk time is just getting someone on the phone and keeping them on the phone, right? So are you gonna be someone that they want to talk to from the beginning of the call? So it's like you gotta be someone that they want to talk to. You gotta stick out. You gotta be interesting. You gotta be exciting. Oh, DeAndre, perfect. DeAndre Prince, what's up, man? Yeah. So, you were actually on my list to have a one-on-one with, but I was gonna look at your stuff yesterday, and then my back window got smashed. So like, someone broke into my car. It was just a whole mess. So I dealt with that literally all day yesterday. But yeah, so DeAndre, the trick is right in the beginning, enthusiasm, energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. You have to listen to your call recordings and make sure that you are intriguing enough for them to want to talk to you. If you're monotone, like you have to listen and be like, would I talk to me? Right? And ask people too. Be like, yo, would you talk to me? Ask friends or family. Be like, hey, if I called you like this and play a recording, would you stay on the phone with me? So I've found that you're going to lose more people being not being enthusiastic enough than you would from being too enthusiastic. Okay. So I'd recommend like listen to your enthusiasm. And then the next thing, are you handling the objections properly? Are you using the objections that we have on the script? I mean, the rebuttals. And then are you transitioning and keeping energetic, excited tonality through the greeting? And is your rapport building two-way? So is it two-way, meaning like it's a conversation, like you're asking them a question, you're sharing something about yourself, you're having a little conversation going, okay? So it's just do everything you can to keep people on the phone. That's the trick to talk time. Is like you want to push those presentations through because you want to get 5 to 6 presentations to the quote a day. So you need to listen to your calls, go to your Clarity portal, download your call recordings, or you don't even have to download them. You can just go in there and listen to them and listen and be like, hey, would I pay attention to myself? Would I talk to myself here? Right? Um, yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. I've done that too, Jay. Like, I've been like, dang, I thought I was being enthusiastic. And then when I listened to my calls, I was actually being really monotone. And I'm like, man, I sound like, right? But it's got to be like a play. So if you think of, this came to my mind, like, I was like, okay, this is what I got to do. I was watching a movie and I was really wrapped into the movie because of the emotions that they were using in their tone, their facial expressions, their behaviors, everything else. So when they like were like blah, 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 like watch TV and watch a show, watch a movie, and then see how they react, how their emotions are, and then I want you to act it out, really like act it out, and be like, put yourself in their shoes and be like, would I use that same emotion? It's usually never. Usually people on TV, actors, they're dramaticists, they're dramatizing an event, meaning they're like increasing the emotion of it. So they're making it way more dramatic than it needs to be, and you want to make this more dramatic than it needs to be for the most part. I've found, especially if you're a dude, you got a deeper voice. I've found that like guys with deeper voices, they can sound monotone way easier. So like you got to just really have that enthusiasm down. Um, what about agents wanting to join with you who have been contracted with another IMO, especially when they refuse to release them? Yeah, I've heard that that three-letter company doesn't give releases. You can email me at JvE at thejve.com. So I'm gonna put some links in the chat here. You can get access to my script there. Um, rebuttal. You can learn. You can get access to all the rebuttals I have. By the way, guys, I have this stuff free on YouTube if you want to actually watch this stuff and write down the script, or you can go and learn all the rebuttals there. But I pay for that website to be hosted. Um, yeah, so like you can do that, and then I'm gonna put the video that I have for joining our team. Yeah, Dre, for sure. If you want, send me some recordings and I'll listen to them. Like, just download some recordings and send some to me, and I'll listen to them. I'm also gonna put some stuff in here. I gotta release another video. I've been slack at dacking on that. I haven't put enough long form videos out. I'm just putting these shorts out, and they're like crushing it. So um, there. So that is if you'd like to join my team. So if you'd like to learn about our team here, you can check out that link that's in the chat. Any questions, guys? Keep it coming. What about usually we can get releases. American Amicable. That's the only one that really matters to me. So if we we can help you get American Amicable 99% of the time. What? Okay, Mona. Oh, Ryan Reynolds says to sound like you're busy and you're in a rush on the phone and like you don't care. Um, I don't know. Ryan's really good. I never sound like I don't care because I do care about my clients. Well, I'm not saying Ryan doesn't care about his clients. Um, oh, he sells mortgage protection. That's his thing. Mortgage protection and IULs. So he's calling to book an appointment, I believe. He does not do one call closes. So when he books an appointment, he has an I don't care, I'm in a rush mood. Okay? He's an I don't care, I'm in a rush mood. But when you're in Final Expense and you get him on the phone, it's a different clientele. So we're just talking about Final Expense here. Ryan's really good. So, yeah. I'm with FFL, and they said they would only release until the moment I try to move to a new agency. Yeah, I mean, they've always had issues, but luckily we have a really good relationship with American Amicable. So oftentimes we're able to get people transferred over writing numbers who are with American Amicable. As much as Walter or Waterlord asks, how much should I spend on Facebook leads each week? If you're with us, nothing, because we do all the marketing for you. But if you're independent or you're generating leads on your own, as much as you can, right? I mean, once you get good at it, it's literally a money printing machine. They're full of it. They say they'll release, but good luck getting it. Yeah. No, they don't. They don't release. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't run Final Expense sales on appointments. I would always do one call close and be super enthusiastic. Like the people I know who are the best at Final Expense, they have good relationships with their clients, and they're usually pretty enthusiastic, excited, upbeat people. So yeah. Does your agency offer annuities? No, we only sell Final Expense life insurance. That's it. We have some mortgage protection, but 99% of what we sell is Final Expense. All right, guys, I'm about to hop off here in a couple minutes. Any other last questions? Because we only want to sell one thing. So we just do one thing and we do it really well. It's easier to scale. It's easier to grow. Just doing one thing. One presentation, one product, one script. Go a couple companies' products, but it's the same thing. All Final Expense. It's like either a cheaper rate or one company has a niche with underwriting in this case or something. Um, yeah, so we just do it like that. We also want to start a final life insurance company. So with that, we're going to specialize in Final Expense, kind of like Lincoln Heritage Senior Life. Definitely be sure to send you a couple recordings, brother. Yeah, there's specific types of recordings that are better review. Send me a few of each. Send me some that you got shut down in the greeting. Maybe a couple you got shut down in the greeting. Maybe a couple where you didn't get a sale, and then maybe a couple where you did get a sale, and just send those over. I appreciate you being on here, man. Though, man, it means a lot. Like it says a lot. Sunday night, I got 115 agents, and there's 16 people on the call. And you're one of them, and I know most people on here probably aren't on the team. Yeah, please like this video. Please like the video. That would be huge. I always forget to ask that. Final in Medicare seem to be the one call close telesales favorite. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Any part-time opportunities, 3 days of work? No, I only take people who put 50 to 60 hours a week for the first 60 to 90 days. That's just what I look for, and to help my leaders grow their teams and stuff. So we do look for that full commitment. I understand if you can't do it or if anybody isn't able to do it, but yeah. I don't sell live transfers, Penny. Sorry. How do we record our calls from? No, well, we use VanillaSoft as our CRM, so that it automatically records the calls. I don't have live transfers for sale. But hey, guys, I appreciate your time tonight. I am off. See ya.